back to the game, and let's start with Barcelona. We've made the point that this is a much tougher-minded Barcelona. It's a much more direct Barcelona right now. I think that's also because of the absence of Pedri. I think that's a style of play. You know, they always talk about controlling games and stuff. I think they're controlling games now by being direct, which probably suits Rafinha, suits Lewandowski, because that's what he was used to before. I'm not saying these guys can't play in different ways, right? But we saw it again. But were you surprised when he put Sergio Roberto ahead of the president, Frank Kessie?
Yeah. I thought I was a bit surprised. I wanted Kessie to start. To be fair, I thought they would be far more effective with him. As you know, and everybody knows, I'm not a Sergio Roberto fan anyway. To be fair, he scored. Apart from the goal, not too convinced of what he did anyway. But Xavi seems happy with him after the game, saying he understands well the tactics, when to go forward, when to press, when to go and help Araujo. Okay, fair enough. Maybe I didn't see that enough. But to be fair, and Xavi also said, I was between two minds before the game who started. Kessie, started Sergi, and in the end they both scored, both had an impact. So well done to him. To be fair to Xavi, we can't really criticize him for picking Sergio Roberto instead of Kessie, because in the end it worked. I just really like that midfield four, whether it's with Kessie or Pedri and Gavi, Busquets and De Jong, whoever are the four. I just like it, and I think that when they were a goal down, they still could press high the way they do as soon as the triggers were there. And then when they came back to 1-1 and controlled the game a bit more, they did, and they still had some verticality. I like De Jong's game, and in the end, even if a lot seems to rely on Rafinha's creativity, on the second goal, you could see that Balde can kind of utilizes all that sort of space on the left, because they don't have a proper left winger like they have on the right hand side. And they did that, and maybe they should have done that a bit more through the game, because it clearly worked on that second goal, even if he was down to the moment of genius for Lewandowski, because that back heel is really what made that goal, and that was amazing from Lewandowski.
Yeah, so Balde down the left, I think that really has been one of the real intuitions of Xavi this season. You know, and I think sometimes we deserve. I'm biased because I like Xavi, right? But I think he deserves a lot of credit for, when you think about it, the way they've been winning this season, the way they've been successful. It's not been the lever superstars. You know, obviously they've been a part of it, right? But a lot of it has been, you know, putting your trust in Balde. Remember at the start, they had Jordi Alba, and they went and they got Marcos Alonso, right? So you had two other options down the left. You know, they even played Balde right back. It looked like he was somebody who was like, hey, you know, you might be on the Junior Firpo plan, right? And yet he put his faith in him, and I think Balde has really responded.
I mean, it's pretty obvious that he's the best of the three by far.
Well, it's obvious now because we see him because he's playing him, right?
It must have been the case at training. That's why he starts him.
But it's not that obvious. A lot of managers, especially younger managers, where the club says, wait, we just gave Marcos Alonso a big contract. Jordi Alba won Champions Leagues. Right, you have to know when to do that. Right?
Yeah, no, true.
Who is this Balde guy? Right?
Yeah.
Where'd you find him? The other big call that he made in this game, I thought, was again flipping Araujo and Koundé. I thought that was interesting because you've got two guys, effectively Araujo and Koundé, dealing with the two biggest attacking threats on the other side.
Yeah.
And by the way, there's a weird symmetry there too, if you want, between the two teams, because nominally it's 4-3-3 on both teams. In practice, Gavi and Valverde are both inside, right?
Right?
So you have two asymmetric lineups.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.